we'll open it up for some questions. We'll answer some questions, and then we'll get into the next part, which is to talk about what's coming in the future. We have some classes and other things happening. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll bring you up on stage and we'll open it up.
You guys were awesome today, by the way. I was watching. You all did great.
April, I'll bring you up here. April has a question.
Hey, April.
Hi, April. Hey, April.
Hi. So my question was for the exercise where we did the chest torquing. Just curious how you work that around bigger breasts. So do you do it at the bottom or at the top?
Up top.
Up top. Okay.
Or you can grab them.
You actually want to grab
Yes.
Grab them if you want.
If you've got more than a handful, you're gonna want to go here, and then you probably want to go here. And the reason why is because the chest itself is sitting heavy, and especially when you've got clothes, it compacts it.
Mhm.
And what it is, the meridians that run through here are super important. Like spleen runs through here, gallbladder through here, and this is your immune system. And so that's why lifting it up is super important. It's a really good question.
I do notice a different feel though when I do it up here, like on this part, than when I do it. It's a different feel. So it's like do both.
And move around. And honestly, because
grab underneath and grab on it and pull them apart, because the fascia is getting stuck through there, especially if you're wearing a bra. It's compressing the fascia. Anywhere that the fascia squeezes, or anywhere that clothing or something squeezes the body, then the layers can't move and breathe.
And it gets stuck underneath here. Like pull that.
That's your spleen. So, and they've done a lot of research on this, guys.
That's a good question.
One of the things is that where actually makes the chest sag more, not the other way around. And there's like a lot of research on this. So like doing this and opening this up, what it does also contracts back here, because if I pull here, it's pulling the fascia around from here
And then the straps pull
and
down.
through here. So it's super important to do this. I would even go like this. I would take one hand here, pull up like this, and then move the entire chest region like this, because that way you're getting everything that's pulling at one shot.
Amazing. Thank you, guys.
Nice to meet
April,
Nice
to
to meet
April, you're going to have, you do that over time, it'll be like taking the clock back 20 years. Trust me.
Awesome. Added benefit.
Thank you.
Hi.
And we've got Annie
fun.
next.
Hi, Annie.
Give me one moment
Give
here.
me a second.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Let me
Nice to
just
meet you.
unmute you there.
Where are you?
Hi,
Where are you?
from San Francisco, California.
Big area.
Bay Area.
I know.
I think I'm day like 45 already. I started on January 1st, and I did the first your first live Zoom on January 1st, and I am feeling a lot better. I do notice the skin is definitely easier to grip. The palette thing is still weird to me, but I've learned to appreciate it. The palette's but yeah, I think my question is, so I've been doing especially the SOAT digestive release. I do it like a few times every day, but I still feel like, the right SOAT parts always still feel so sticky. Like my iliacus is really tight still. And then I am battling an autoimmune blood clotting disorder. So my blood flow is always an issue. My uterus is always cold, for example, and my feet. So I was hoping as I do more of this, it will help with circulation, but I'm still feeling all the cold hands, feet, uterus, and I'm really trying to de-stress so I could get pregnant. And
I've got you on the. Okay, so what's happening is if you were to MRI, your uterus is probably slightly tilted, which is a lot of the. Okay, and it probably tilts either it tilts to the right or to the left away.
my left femur is shorter than the right.
Okay, yeah, and it's actually just because it's up in the hip.
Torqued.
So here's what you can do, since you're trying to get pregnant means you have a partner. I hope, anyways.
Yes.
And so you can do there's a partnered series of releases that you can do. the belly button release on a table, super powerful. The ileocecal valve release on the table, super powerful. And then the partnered releases both here and then the ones on the legs, which you'll see in the video. What they're going to do is they'll pull out those layers of fascia that are stuck in there because you're doing everything right. But once you do that, your hip is going to shift. And when your hip shifts, it'll come back. Usually what happens is the baby, the body knows it can't hold the baby if the uterus is tilted, because then when the baby comes in, it causes this weird pressure in the organ system, right? So it waits right now. And you can have that done probably within a week if you guys practice the partnered maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I go to so many doctors. I actually did have an ultrasound looking at blood flow in my uterus, and my uterus is high resistant. Like blood flow is just doesn't want to go in.
That'll happen. And the other thing too is our supplements, the Power Kirk, immediately lets go. And the foundation.
I'm taking curcumin.
Are you taking the Power Kirk or curcumin?
High dose of curcumin. Okay. So they're different.
You'd have to take, for one tablet of Power Kirk, you'd have to take 100 tablets of curcumin. So if you take 12 of Power Kirk instantaneously, because what it is, it's a special patent. It has the third curcuminoid, which is the anti-inflammatory property, which you may not even if you buy 85 or 95% standardized curcumin, it may have 0 of the third curcuminoid in it. You can actually go to our site and we can actually, if you DM us, we can give you the scientific backing. But it is such a powerful anti-inflammatory. It actually is in Canada just been approved as in a higher dose as a COVID treatment. And what it does is it targets the connective tissue, which is the fascial tissue. So part of the reason why you have the uterus tilted is you have a long-term pattern of tension there, and then it's not letting go. So what this does, the curcumin that we have, the Power Kirk, it goes into the cell and turns off the inflammation with a heat shock protein called MSK1, and basically opens up all of the intracellular and takes all the inflammation out of the fascia. So then your uterus and your muscles and your bones can move right away. It's something that you will notice within the first 24 hours of taking it. So just set a shot, see how it works. And since you're already there, you know what you're already doing. You're going to notice the contrast right away. You can actually share it with us. So partner. And, yeah, that'll get the blood flow opening here. Grab our Power Kirk grab our Power Kirk. And as a matter of fact, actually send us the information on the DM. We're going to actually send it to you directly. Okay.
Yeah. And
The other thing too is it doesn't matter what supplements we take. It doesn't matter what movements we do. If our chemicals in our environment are harming us. I'll give an example. If I take a shower every morning and I have harmful chemicals in the shampoo or the deodorants or the body washes or my toothpaste or my cleaning products, I'm constantly reinfecting my body, which creates blockages through here. It kills all of the bacteria that are healthy for our gut. It creates bloating, it creates blockages, and that creates problems long term. So I would really look at cleaning your environment. Like, what is it in your?
I have actually. I do all like non-scented, all natural products. We've been going at this for years, but yeah, thank you so much.
Partner maneuvers, Power Kirk. I predict pregnancy very quickly, so share it with us.
You can find the partner maneuvers on our YouTube. There's 2 videos. So look at both of them and just play around with it.
Yeah, I think I find it myself, like maybe I'm not twisting hard enough. My hands do hurt. Like,
you can't get it in your situation. There's too much. You get a third party in there, they're twisting. I can't do it that hard. And I've got massively strong hands.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Annie.
Thanks for sharing.
So,
Who do we have next?
Let's go to Luce.
Then we want Ryan to come up and say a few words.
Oh,
Hi, Lucy.
there's so many questions. I want to hear all your questions.
Muted, so let's see if we can. There you go. Oh, sorry, I went to unmute you and then you unmuted yourself at the same time. So you're muted still.
How do you pronounce your name? Oh, she's still muted.
1 second.
You're still muted. Yeah, you're still muted. There you go.
You pronounce my name as Luus.
Lucy.
And I live, in Amsterdam.
Yay.
And I just found you. I'm so happy. Thank you very much. And my question is, I've grown up in a very traumatic environment. And from 8 months, I had a hospital in, hospital out, so many chronic diseases, and my body is so painful. And I really feel that I'm so happy I found you, that this is going to help me. But I have a very painful body. All of my body is aching. What can I do? What's the best to do?
The very first thing to do is the reason why the body aches. The body itself, the muscles can never go over a 2 pain. So if you have over a 2 pain, it's because fascia is sensitive, which is emotionally sensitive, which you already know. So that fascia, if it's painful to touch, it's almost 9 times out of 10 is there's chronic dehydration in the fascial layers. So diatomaceous earth, you can take it orally and you can take it in a bath. And we have our supplement guide, which I'm going to ask you to download. And Irish sea moss, which you can get over there as well.
Yeah.
Taking it orally. And then there's another thing that you can do, especially when you have that kind of pain, because that pain is actually called, they diagnose it over here as fibromyalgia, because they don't know how to resolve it, is that when you take your diatomaceous earth bath, take a 1/4 cup of chia seeds, grind it in a blender, and then put that in there with a 1/4 cup of diatomaceous earth. What happens is the chia seeds are an emulsifant. That means it brings water and oil together. So we have oil on our skin, which keeps water from going through. The chia seeds bring the water right into the skin, and you're also hydrating from the inside. If you're able to, our Power Curve 30 is designed for this because it releases all of the fascia right away. And if people don't have the ability for the supplements, then it's like the diatomaceous earth is very inexpensive. It's like $30 for a 20-pound bag. Will last you for like literally years. And then minerals that are locally. So, go ahead.
Okay, and can I find that somewhere? Because you go very quickly in English. That's fine, but can I read it somewhere?
What we'll do is if you DM us, there's a spot to ask questions, and the email is sent out. We'll give you the specifics. We'll give you the supplements, and you can get some stuff locally. And if you are able to order our supplements, we ship over there. And we also have a lot of people practicing where you are right now. And we have a doctor there and a couple of coaches. Yeah. So they're starting.
Great.
He actually has some in German on YouTube. I was watching this morning.
In Dutch.
Dutch. Yes.
I would say just from the feeling behind your expression is there's something that needs to be talked about. There's something that if you can find somebody that's open to listen, that you can talk to, there's something that needs to be expressed that you're holding on to.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Okay. We'll do one more and then we'll bring up Ryan.
Okay.
This Shia who will be visiting us. So why can't I bring her up now? Oh, there we go.
Yes. So for everybody, you're going to have to pronounce your name because I can do it.
I'm Ija.
Ija. And Ija, you're a medical doctor in Canada, and you're an acupuncturist, and you work with energy and qigong and Reiki and stuff like that as well, right?
Yeah, and we met so serendipitously.
And you're also
a 29
degree Virgo, Grandmaster Virgo.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Well, nice to meet you guys, and I look forward to meeting you in person. I've been sharing this with everyone. It's such a game changer in so many ways. I won't share too much more. I'm on day 23 today of the 28-day reset. I just had actually one question I was curious about because I hadn't heard anything about it yet in your talks and classes, was on surgical scars. Do you have any specific?
Yeah, so surgical scars, imagine if you cut a shirt, right? And then you sewed it back together. It's never going to hang the same. So there's two parts. When we're mediating a scar, we go right to the scar and we pull directly longitudinal and then lateral. But that's not enough. In order to get it, what I do is I pull it, but then I move the body. And by moving the body, it moves the layers of fascia around it. But what I found is that, especially around the area, is that there's a lot of dehydration of the fascial tissue because we see the fascia in layers. And so we cut into it, the layers don't open up. So when I do this and I move like this, what I'll do is I'll start to feel opening here, opening here, opening here. And just generally, it's going slow, moving it. And what I found is almost all the scars in my body are gone that I've had. And I've had a good number of them. And because if you think about this, every cell in the body replaces itself every 7 years. And some of them in months and days, and some of them in weeks. But I could never figure this out. What is it? The new cell comes in and says, what is it? It says to the old cell, hey, what's your job? Well, I'm sitting here like a scar. Okay, I'll do the same thing. So technically, by biology standpoint, it has to be able to have the ability to transform. It just needs a reason to do so. So what we're doing is by stretching it, remediating it, we're giving it a reason. Surgical scars are one of the biggest things that we work with sports and athletes for performance, because when people have a scar, it'll actually impinge the fascia and then cause movement issues. So it's important to move the body around the scar. And sometimes if the scar is big enough, get somebody to help you. Like if it's like down the leg like that or knee, pull it up there, have somebody pull it there, move and stuff like that. Because even when I pull a surgical scar, like C-section scar is one of them a lot of women have. And the old ones like hers is stem to stern. And then that's ones that are hard to get. You can pull up like this and like this. But if somebody is to hold one side of it like this and pull it over like this, then I can move with her. And that scar then remediates a lot easier.
But keep in mind, if it was a surgery, they most likely put some sort of anesthesia or chemicals or something in it. So when you stretch it, you actually release that. So if it was a heavy surgery, then just be conscious, take your time when you're releasing it, because some people overdo it a little bit. And also the chemicals and everything get released. So the less at a time is better.
And the lymph nodes around it, like sometimes in a C-section scar, you'll get the lymphs that go down in the spleen area that will actually start to activate. So make sure you're stretching around, stretching everything around.
And it can be quite emotional too,
Very
especially
emotional.
C-section for a woman.
Yeah.
A lot of emotions come up. When
I actually had that happen last week.
Yeah.
The rest of the emotion came
Yeah,
out.
we got a video coming up. It's super, super powerful because we released her scar 18 months ago and she had the emotional release a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I would use needling, but I just think what I love about yours, what you're offering to people is just to be able to empower them to be able to treat themselves. It's beautiful.
And needling is just opening it up to it's creating micro wounds so that that blood comes in. But when I stretch the layers of fascia, I'm doing the same thing. And, the least amount of insult for the most amount of gain is a practitioner's model, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to,
Nice to see
hanging
you.
out with you in person.
See you soon.
Bye. Okay, we're going to bring up Ryan. Our experiment was the opening up the 7-day reset. And Ryan took this to go on. We have over 5,000 people in that reset. Which was completely unexpected, but we're now going to be moving to the 28-day reset, and you're going to offer the first coached program or guided program. So what did you experience so far in the 7-day reset, either with yourself or the people that you've been talking to?
Yeah, the community's been great. Everybody that came together for this was like you said, totally surprised and exceeded expectation by, I think the first time we saw a number, I was like, oh my God, there's 500 people in here. That's amazing, And then all of a sudden it was 5,000 plus. So it's been incredible to see that and to hear people's stories and what they're doing and how they're engaging in the prompts that we're putting out there. Each day when they come out, I'll get DMs or they'll post to the actual post, either way, whatever they decide to share. Or some people might just be doing it at home because, sharing is a little intimidating. So the that kind of feedback from everybody has been amazing. And my personal journey with this, first of all, thank you guys for hosting this today. It was awesome to do it with all of the people together. You know, we're all doing it at the exact same time, all over the world, doing the same movements. It's really powerful, and it's a really cool experience. So thank you for that. But fascia maneuvers, implementing this in my life it's just become my daily. Just with my breath work, with my sauna, with my cold plunge, all that kind of stuff. It's just it's now integrated as just a tool I do daily with my exercise.
So we have coming up here tomorrow for anybody who is in the 28-day reset. We have a special event tomorrow night at 6 p.m. We're going to be doing a quick couple of maneuvers for the last day of the 7-day, and then we're going to be sharing some stories from people. So if anybody is in the 7-day and you have a transformation story, we want you to either put it up and let's say I have a story, I want to talk about it. So we know who to bring up. There's going to be potentially a lot of people. We have people from all over the world, so we can't hit time zones and stuff like that. We're doing our best. So we're just actually doing it. Oh, and there's your other half.
Yes. She's just using me for my fascial maneuvers and then left. So
she's an Aquarius. So
Oh, that's
Aquarius.
That's perfect.
So is there anything else that you want to say to anybody about the 28-day reset coming up?
Yeah. So the 28-day reset, obviously we talked about it, like you can go do it on your own. It's totally free. You guys have been offering this for however long, and you can get those life-changing benefits from it. We just want to like harness it a little bit more, make it a little bit more guided and more directed, so that you can get even more from it. And a lot of the stuff is like self-development work. We're going to be doing goal setting. We're going to be doing inner work. We're doing breath work blended with fascial maneuvers. So there's a lot of stuff that's just going to make it, a little bit more
Impactful.
Impactful and a little, like direction driven. So so that when you do get those, those wild changes that happen to you, you'll have a team. You'll have the WhatsApp group with all the people that are in it with you. You'll have access to the coaches, myself, Gary. I'm sure all you guys will be in it too. We haven't really figured out your roles in it yet, but anyways, that's what we want. We want the support. We want the community. We want all of that direction to be as the base, and that's what we're looking at.
How do they sign up for that, for your 28-day?
They can go straight to the Gravity Collective, my website, thegravitycollective.com. There's a link in my bio as well. I'll drop this in the chat as well, or we'll probably send out an email. But they can go in there and sign up, choose a time. We're doing two times, starts March 8th. The first time is 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and then we're doing 7:30 p.m. Eastern, always on Wednesdays.
Perfect.
Awesome. So thank you so much. And it's a lot of work to actually put this program together. We know because we put the whole program together. So what you're doing is a massive load, but it's going to impact people in a really powerful way. We're proud to be partnered with you. You guys have always had the right intent. That's why we've shared your videos. That's why we've been working with you. We met like a little over a year ago now. And super impressed. We've been watching you. So anybody who wants to have guiding to the 28-day reset, this is a program to start with.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Gary. Thank you guys so much for this partnership and for today.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Appreciate you both. Thanks.
Yeah,
everybody else, we'll answer any other questions that you have directly. If you send them back, there's a link to answer questions. We'll answer them through the email so that we know. And guys, the best thing that you can do is share this with somebody else. When you take and you show somebody else what you've done, you share a maneuver with them, just put on a video and do it with them, you automatically get the experience. If you really want to embody something, you do it, you understand it, you learn about it, then you teach it. Then you get the lesson because you see somebody else reacting to it. Super powerful. Thanks, everybody. Thank
Appreciate you all.
Appreciate
This
you
is
all.
so fun. Wish we could talk to each one of you.
We will at some point.
At some point, we'll see you all in one of our centers around the world.
Bye.
See you all soon. Bye.